trying to warm up, get the shoulders warmed up, chest warmed up. And then when I use the 10-pound weights, I go far down, go all the way as far as I can go. I try to work on range of motion and also warming up the rotator cuffs. I also go hand 90 degrees, go out, just working the rotator cuffs before we push them heavy weight. So I'm going to do another 50 seconds for each. Weight on, when it gets heavier, I want to make sure we take your 4 minutes. What we're doing here is doing some flies. You want to get the stretch and you want to flex your chest before you start pulling it together. Squeeze your chest, bring it together for a second, and then really get the stretch. You want to make sure you have concentration in your chest. Squeeze. And then keep your chest up. Don't lean forward. Stick your chest up. Squeeze your chest. And then squeeze the whole way. We're going to do the 10 toe breath on there. And we're going to go from here. Good. Machine chest press. What we want to do, go push, control it for negatives, slow, control negatives, squeeze the chest. What I like to do is try to focus, bringing my chest, so when I go forward, trying to bring my hands together so it's going to activate the chest. I'll show you. Control it, trying to squeeze my hands together while holding on to the bar. Control the negatives. Get about 10 and 12. And you want to control the negatives because you're 20% more stronger and you're just ripping the muscle fibers. And we do about 4 sets on each 10 to 12 reps and then get after it. I said that in my previous video that I would show you how I cook my chicken, and here it is. So let's get to it. I got my package of chicken here, and what I'm gonna do is cut it open. What I do is I like to trim the fat off the chicken. I'm gonna be doing that. And I have my chicken here. I'll cut it in half at first. And then on the thick part, I just cut that in half so it makes it thinner. It cooks a lot faster. And it cooks more evenly. I'll do that. So now that I have my chicken cut up, first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 450. Get that ready before you start cutting up your chicken. And then I cut it up in thin slices. And what I'm going to be using for my seasoning is Mojito Lime Marinade Mix, McCormick's. This is just something that you can do really quick. But if you have time, you can actually marinate this and you'll get more flavor into the chicken. But this is something quick that you can make in about 35 minutes. I put it at 450 for 35 minutes. And then I also use apple cider vinegar, but just enough. So I take the seasoning packet and just kind of coat the chicken. Make sure you get every piece. Evenly coat it. Like I said, you can marinate this and you get more flavor. This is just if you just want to cook it real quick. And then you gotta flip it, get the other side, make sure you cut up all the sides. And you're just going to do the same thing, evenly coat it. Alright, and then the next step is take the apple cider vinegar. Just gonna pour enough to coat the bottom of the pan. So once you have it coated with the seasoning and you have the apple cider vinegar just enough to coat the bottom of the pan, just throw it in the oven. So I have it on 450 and put a timer 35 minutes. Guys, I posted on my Instagram question It's asked me a question about health and fitness. I got a question from PYP27. He asked, what was the motivation to do a bodybuilding show? Like, what was the deciding factor? Well, in 2015, ended a relationship, and that time period that I was in that relationship for 2 or 3 years, I just got out of shape, didn't really care. I was just comfortable with where I was, comfortable with the relationship, and I was just eating whatever, not working out. I kind of gained weight. It went from 125 to 163 at my heaviest back then. And what motivated me is I wanted to get back into shape, and I always was interested in bodybuilding because I grew up and my dad talked about bodybuilding, and his favorite bodybuilder is Lou Ferrigno, and he always, before he brought me to the YMCA, and when I was 15, and kind of showed me how to work out a little bit here and there, and that's what got me interested. And I took weights in high school, but it wasn't really serious. So August of 2015, I signed up with Ryan, and you guys know him. I started with him, and my dad never got the chance to step on a bodybuilding stage, so I wanted to do it for him. He came up to my first show. He was really excited, and he was proud that I got up there and did it. And what was the deciding factor? Yeah, we're just doing it for my dad. My dad never got a chance to compete. He trained for it, but didn't compete, so I competed in memory for him. Motivation to do a bodybuilding show is, I want to be better, and I want to be fit and healthy. And another question that people ask me is, how do I gain weight? How do I bulk up? What I tell them is, you want to progress in the weights. When you're working out, you want to progress. You use a progressive overload. Okay, this week I'm benching for bench, I'm benching 135 for 10 and 12. Next week you're gonna do like 3 or 4 sets of 10 reps, and then the following week you probably do 3 or 4 sets of 8, and then you can, and then the next week you can go back to the 10 to 12 reps. And you should be doing 5 to 10 pounds heavier than you were last week. All about subtle little changes, progressive overload, and track your calories, track your macros. The best thing to know where you're lagging at, and then you can track your food and increase your calories. But if you want to do a lean bulk, you want to increase your calories very minimal, so that you're making progress, but you're not putting a ton of body fat on. And give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, hit the